A lot to get off my.
Boom. Yo, we live.
Yo,
It's
let's
Parlay
go.
with us, man. You got me, Mr. Beans. You got Stony Crook, Hustle Stack, Sean Doe. We back at it again, week number 2 recap. As you can see on the headline there, we got I put up there, will Tua retire? We got our best bets and the marquee matchups of the week. So with that being said, we're gonna get it started about the weekly recap in NFL week 2. With that, let's go. Let's break down. Hold on, give me 1 second. I'm gonna share my screen and we're gonna start off with the weekly recap real quick. But what's going on, fellas? Before we get into all of that, how's everything going, man? How's y'all week, man? How's everything?
Good. It's been good, man. Yo, it's getting intense. A lot of upsets.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's been crazy, man. These last 2 weeks, and
right.
It's so unpredictable, man. That you really gotta be on your heels, man. You really gotta do your homework, and it's been crazy.
Okay, cool. So, Doe, what's going on, man? How's things treating you, man? T, how's things treating you?
Good, man. It's sorry about the other night, man. I'm telling the viewers and whoever's watching, you guys too.
I gotta go through the pleasantries and say what's up to you guys, and just started getting down to business right away.
Because we have we man, team loss, and but I'm up, so that's all good. But I'm doing good, man. Good to be here, man. Ready to
get it in.
Help people make some money and just talk sports with y'all, man.
Yeah, yo, and that's one thing that I was speaking to somebody who follow us, my boy Eddie Chapo, man. He was telling me about, he was just saying that he was like, part of his thing, and I kind of like got it from him. And when you chop it up with certain people, you realize what they really be into. And these guys be into really making some bread on these gambling. So they take it serious when they hear you give up you give them some advice on a pick or something like that. And no bullshit, my man was telling me that he spent for some dude, he said he's gonna hit me to the dude that he follows on TikTok. He spends $40 for like a pick, and he said this dude be guaranteeing these picks, like, and he said he be watching, and he's like, yo, the shits be coming through. He be wondering how the dude do it.
I'm gonna tell you something about that too. I'm gonna tell you something about that as well. I'm gonna follow up on that.
Okay. But so with that being said, people do be listening to what we got to say as far as our feelings on some of these games and these picks that we be throwing out there and the parlays. So with that being said, we gotta respect it.
What I'm gonna tell you is that when I picked Minnesota, I actually had an explanation of why. So if I pick a team, but I got cut off because of I was trying to be in 2 places at once, which I gotta really look at that, because I can't give half-ass, because like I said, people look for the information, and I'm not gonna go into why, because the game's over with. But a lot of these guys that do that, I'm not saying I'm on their level percentages wise, but I win more than I lose. You know what I mean? So
right.
But I give you an explanation why, and if I lose, I could take the L too. So I know people are watching for that. I like talking sports, but I'm getting bigger and bigger into gambling. So
exactly.
So I actually do my homework. I just don't say, oh, I don't like this guy, so I'm going to pick against this guy. I try to do the homework.
And that's part of the thing that these, like I said, some of these guys that I be talking to that follow us, they respect the homework part. So when you do the homework and you drop the knowledge, they take heed to that. They respect that. And they put their money up based on what you feel,
Sure.
It's, not so much me and maybe not so much these stacks, but when you guys be talking about, they really pay attention to that. So let's move forward. So before we go forward, let me drop it.
God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back. cause they hate you. Don't break through, son, get through, but don't break.
Yeah. Once again, it's Mr. Beans here. This is Parlay with us, man. We got Stony Crook, Hustle Stacks, and Sean Doe coming to you guys live once again every week, all the time. And today we're about to give you guys, like I said, that those topics. This week 2 recap on how the NFL looked this week, and the games that we like and the games that we didn't care about. So let's start from. I'm gonna I'll give it to Stacks this time. Stacks, where do you want to start on this slate of these games that's already been?
Give it to Stoney. Give it to Stoney. Give it to
Stoney. Where you want to start? You see, I'm going through the slates. Where you want to start?
We got to start at home. It's only right. We got to start.
Okay, let's start at home. So let me go. Let me get to the Patriots.
Get that out the way. Once we get that out the way, that's it. We moved on, but it's good to get that out the way always. It's fresh. Everybody's ready to have their comments and their opinions. We can't wait till later to talk about it. We got to get it out the way now. You know what I mean? Because we got that energy already and we're waiting. Everybody got their notes in their head. We ready, man. We ready to get into that game and get it out the way.
Okay, so I brought up the little stats. As you can see, I brought up the ticker up here. And as far as I'm sharing the screen here. And as you can see, the Seahawks squeaked it out on us 23-20 in overtime. And there was multiple times where the Patriots could have, like they said, had this game in hand. Yes. A lot of mistakes was made.
Yes.
Stuff like that. I didn't really get to see the game to see how the game progressed, but I was kind of listening from my radio when I was driving on the road. Once again, close game. They played a good game. Everybody, basically, a lot of people out there were saying that the Patriots played a good game. What do you guys think about it? I could just say, I don't know. Jacoby Brissett, as you can see the numbers there, he was 15 for 27, 149, averaging a 5.5 yards, 1 TD, no interceptions. It looks like 3 sacks on 24 hurries. What looks like with a 83.7 passer rating. But Geno Smith, look at Geno Smith's number. Surprise. Quarterback versus quarterback. You got Geno Smith 33 out of 34, 327, an average of 7.4 yards per pass, 1 TD, no intos, 3 sacks, and an average passer rating of 103.1. So those dudes, Geno looked good today. I didn't even see it. The numbers speaks for itself. You guys watch the game. What y'all think?
We could have won the game. And we could have been in a great position to win the game. My whole thing out of this whole game, run the ball. The last possession, when it was late in the game, Gibson miraculously ran for like 20 yards and got us in the red zone. Time's running out. Every possession, every play should have been a run play. We was in field goal range to go up 6, run the ball. We could not afford to drop back and look for a receiver. He did not have a good game dropping back, Brissett. He did not have a good game. He was under duress. He was having a lot of problems getting the ball out. He got some passes completed, but he was under duress the whole game. That possession, they had to run. Every play should have been a run play because the minimum that we would have came out with in that possession late in the game was a field goal. We would have went up 6, and Seattle would have had to score a touchdown. And I felt our defense was good enough to hold these guys against a touchdown. And I felt that at last, on that 3rd down play, we should have run the ball. Because look what happened. The worst case scenario happened. We got sacked. We was out of field goal range. Definitely, as you see, I didn't have confidence in the guy hitting that 48-yarder. I don't know, rookie. It was just too far for him. We had to stay.
I don't think he was even 48 yards.
We should have just ran the ball. We should have ran the ball on that last. Every play should have been a run because think about it. Time's running out. It's under what, 3 minutes? We're home. We stopped Seattle. We got the ball, run the ball, run the ball, because the minimum we're gonna get out of that possession is a field goal. We was close enough for that guy to make that field goal and go up 6. And I know our defense would have held. They would have held them. And that would have been the game right there. So to me, in a nutshell, that's what I get out of that game. They played a great game. They made key stops to the Patriots. In that the possession prior, when we held Seattle to 3 points, that was huge. And the defense played good. It's just the offense, we didn't compliment them. We didn't make plays on our end. So I felt like that possession, that was the game right there. And that's what I get out of this game. It's just that last possession. And look, Seattle got the ball back. They tied it, and the rest is history.
Doe, what you think about this game?
Man, I mean, there's a lot of listen, there's a lot of it was a lot of positives, but I guess, like, to be fair, man, and we just gotta talk about the elephant in the room, man. Like, the guy's limited, the quarterback. I mean, the thing is, but we don't realize what you don't realize, a game manager. Yes, you're right. No, I agree with that.
Run that ball.
Look, I agree with that. But I agree with that. Thank you for that. But I do agree with you. But the point is that, when you have a quarterback that you got 19 yards on 3 catches from the receiver, you can't win like that in this league. And you don't understand how much pressure that puts on the defense. And the defense, to me, they were C+. There's a few things they did that they could have did better, but overall, I think they played a decent game. But when you have a quarterback that's not going to throw that's going to show no threat to that other side of the ball, man, it's just a constant, here we go again, 3 and out. You're trying to throw the ball. Now, not only when you get sacked on 3rd and whatever it was, now you're giving your defense in bad position to defend the offense. That bad. People forget that, Crook. Not only did you not run the ball to get the 6 points, now you got your defense defending them from the plus side of the field possession.
Great field position.
So to me, man, the offensive line didn't do well today. They took a step back, but listen, man, I don't know if they want to put Brissett out there. And the way I look at him, he looks like he ain't gonna last another 3 or 4 just physically. I thought there was a few chances that he wasn't gonna make it through the game. So I don't want to go deep into it, because it is what it is. They played tough. They didn't, they played hard. But until they find a way, and Mayo said it himself, until they find a way to generate plays, explosive plays down the field and get their receivers involved, it's going to be a long season. That's what I mean.
Okay. And Stacks, what do you think about this? I know you watched the game. You didn't even give your opinion on it.
Jacoby Brissett is fucking horrible. He's just horrible.
I was waiting for you.
Drake May should be in the game. At least with Drake May, you could present some run pass options. And yeah, he got sacked, but a lot of them sacks he brought upon himself. He can't take that sack right there.
You just can't. I agree. 100%.
And I'm going to tell you something. Else right now. We keep saying run the ball. Well, we might as well call New England Medical Center, because Stevenson and my man will be there very soon if they don't get no quarterback.
That's real.
Backs are not going to last.
That's real.
They're not going to last, bro.
That's real.
They are not going to last. No running back has no. Every time a runner, it's a run. That's
so real.
You can't run running backs like that. You can't run them like that. We don't have a back by committee where we got 3 backs though. But we got 3 backs and they split time. I mean, Gibson ran well. Stevenson ran well. Let me say, this is the NFL. If you don't have a quarterback that's confident to drop back on a 3-step drop, get rid of the ball, he shouldn't be out there. That is my opinion. It goes better than to take that sack. Okay, he completed. Some of them passes, niggas had to dive to get this. Like on some crazy shit to get them passes. Like one time, my man looked up. Pop Douglas is open all the time. Go back and look at it. He's open all the time. Like this dude put Drake May in the playbook. I think the playbook will open up because Drake May can use his legs, do some run pass options, and I believe he gets the ball out of his hands way quicker than Jacoby. That's just not sold.
Another thing, Jacoby he don't read the crossing routes at all.
And I thought that offensive line played all right.
It was okay.
He took
they played good enough.
Some of them sacks he took. He was happy.
Right.
He was happy footed, and he just, bro. I'm just not no. That dude is a two, and like I said, I'm happy with the young fella sitting down. No problem. If the product ahead of him is better than that, the product got to be decent. Because if you throwing Jacoby Brissett out there right now, you saying, listen, we ain't thinking about winning right now. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get our ass whooped and learn. But throw the kid out there. It's not. Troy Aikman was out there. John Elway was out there. All the great quarterbacks was out there. Drew Bledsoe took a fucking beating his first year.
Bo Nix is out there.
Bo Nix is out there. Jaden McDaniels out there. Drake, throw the kid out there.
Put him out there, man. Seriously,
he's a better.
You might be right. You might be right. You know me. I'm as I watch Pacheco limp off. You know me.
Oh shit.
I'm for. Yeah.
Sorry, fantasy.
Like I told you can't be running them running backs like that, dog.
Well, I think just in that particular.
No, you're right. You're
like
right.
That been a run play, man. Just that particular possession, man. We'll live to see what we do the next game. But that possession, just run it all the way, man. Because it's like, look what happened. That's the worst. That's
he can't take that sack.
What they did to Pacheco, they wrapped him up pretty good.
He gotta be smarter than that. He gotta be. He's been in the league too long to take that sack. Too long.
Yeah, you're right. Throw it out. Exactly. Throw it away, man.
Well, Stacks, I'm with you on, trying to see progression. Let's see what the progress is. Next week is the Jets on Thursday, short week.
I ain't sold on them.
I'm not sold on the Jets. I'm not saying I'm sold on the Jets, but
I'm just saying
they gotta win that game though.
Yeah, I thought they
gotta win this game though.
I just thought the Jets would be better. They struggled today. I watched that game somewhat.
They lucky that they got that bum over there in Tennessee, man. I ain't fucking with Tennessee no more, man. I picked them on the contest. I could have went fucking 4-0, man. Fucking dudes, man. So shit up. That's it. I'm done with them, man.
I love when Stoney
is it the quarterback? What is it? The quarterback?
I don't want to get into it right now because we're currently doing our
thing. We're currently doing. Once we talk about let's retire the Patriots talk. We know it's a work in progress. I think it's a work in progress. I think we should just wait and see what happens on we said it a couple weeks, man. So let's just see what happens. Next, let's talk about real quick. I didn't watch it, but it's a surprise, and I really didn't doubt it. But the Saints almost put up that 47 again. They have 44.
That's a surprise.
That's a surprise to me.
All right. They whooped on the Cowboys.
In Dallas.
In Dallas. Look at that. I didn't even know it was in Dallas. Look at that. That's crazy. Kamara, 20 yards, 115, 3 TDs. Teasman, Shaheed, 4 receptions, 98 yards of TD. You know what I mean? They was wild. Yo, listen.
Maybe the fucking Jerry Rice.
He was a late round pick.
One more game like that.
You might have to start him, fam.
Yeah, poor man. We're gonna call him though. Poor man Tyreek Hill. One more game like that. He playing like him.
Yeah, if he's gonna run 90, do that. I mean, he always had a little bit of talent, but not like that. Like, I mean, this dude he's wilding out, fam. I'm like,
Dallas's corners are decent.
I was putting him in my daily lineup today. I was about to. I really was.
Who's that, Kamara?
Hey, though, you laughed at me when you see him on the fantasy.
I did. I sure did. Hey.
I never heard
And I'm
never
gonna
heard
tell
of
you,
him.
and I ain't in fantasy this year, but you know, not one net, not nay nigga drafted fantasy thought that dude was gonna start out like that because
Yo,
he had no starting lineup.
No, I didn't think. I thought he'd be okay. I did.
Not like this. He's a top
I
five.
didn't think. No,
fantasy
you're right.
receiver.
I didn't think he'd be like this though.
He's
No.
getting busy. He's getting busy early.
Early.
He's getting busy early.
He's doing his thing. I said, T, what the fuck you doing with this nigga?
I said, "Don't my fantasy." He said, "Man, you dug in the grave for him." Huh?
This dude, damn, that's an 18-year league pickup, Stoney. You know what I'm saying?
He's finally healthy. That's what it is. He's finally healthy though. You know what I mean?
I mean, I knew about him. Obviously, he ain't no like
on the low. He still may be on some waiver wires in some fantasy leagues. He still may be.
I doubt it.
No, he had that one good game. Some leagues, people.
Some leagues,
some leagues. Now he won't be no more. No,
not no more. No.
Nah, but he may be there this week right here is what I'm saying. But after this week, he won't be there.
And we left Kamara for dead too.
Sure did.
But you know what? Don't buy into that. Kamara, he fizzles away a little bit. He gets busy, but he fizzles. He disappears.
But Riz, what I'm saying, he might be healthy. He finally might be healthy, bro.
You never know.
You never know.
Every year you think that
that look like Alvin Kamara from when Drew Brees had him. He was getting busy.
That's what I'm saying. I know y'all watching this. He looked healthy as all hell.
Alvin Kamara was getting busy today. I ain't gonna lie, Stone. You was getting busy, dog. This dude look young right here now.
He look young. Look at this run, man. Come on, man. That's stuff you've seen him do before. Like you didn't, you know what I mean? Like he's look inside the box, bouncing out.
Like you said, he might be healthy. He finally might be
healthy, man. But he had foot problems
with him as a running back. Get it? That's what fantasy is about. You get it. You steal a few weeks with a running back. You steal a few weeks with a wide receiver. You don't. I mean,
shout out. Let's move on. But shout out to Alvin Kamara, man. And
I said we ain't gonna talk about this game, but you talk about stealing games with a running back. Shout out to J.K. Dobbins.
I told. Yeah.
Y'all started him this week, though. He killed me again.
What team he's on? Dobbins.
Yeah,
Chargers.
He looked clean. He looked fresh.
See, I didn't even watch that game, and I didn't want to talk about that game because y'all, you know. But yeah.
Nah, that's why I just brought it up just now, Beans. We can get off of it, but I just wanted to see.
Right.
He's still a couple games with a running back, but JK running that
so,
game now.
I think the next game that was a decent game. Looks like to me, I didn't expect it. I don't know what happened. Did you guys see any of it? This Buccaneers-Lions game.
Of course,
I know you've seen that, T. So how did that work out? How did that go about?
They played like I expected them. There was a 7-point underdog. Man.
And they had a little bit of taste in their mouth because I mean they thought they should have beat Detroit in the playoff last year.
Exactly.
They really did think they should have beat them. Baked through some couple interceptions late, but I ain't gonna lie though, man. Doe may be right. I'm fucking with Bake. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wasn't on the Bake train, but I need one more game and I'll buy a ticket because he's straight, man. I ain't gonna lie. He played well today. I ain't gonna lie.
Look at him. Like Bake. What's that about? Bake's juking.
Shout out to Bake.
Yo, it's amazing how when
Bake's juking. Yo, what is going on here?
And they find a good system that fits them. It's amazing what they do, man. Like golf. He reminded me of golf. Golf was trash until we went to when he went.
He went to a Super Bowl. He wasn't trash.
People looked at him as trash, though. They did look at him as trash, though.
He went to the Super Bowl. Don't get me wrong, but before McVay had him, everybody thought it was over for him. They thought it was a wrap when he was with Fisher. Fisher even benched him. That's what I'm saying. He was left for dead.
Say that coach's name again. That motherfucker was horrible. Jeff Fisher.
Jeff Fisher just disappeared off the face of the earth.
After he ran Eddie George into the damn grave.
Not even yet Eddie George, and then when he went to the Rams and destroyed them.
They know you had Eddie George running 50 times a game.
That's what Mayo's about to do to motherfucking Stevenson. Stevenson's gonna be at the Carney before it's shut down.
Yo, Cincinnati just lost. They had Chiefs 4th and 16, and there was a pass interference, man. Kansas City kicked the field goal to win the game.
That's some stupid shit. I'm watching it right now, the replay.
Goodness gracious.
Was it legit pass interference though?
I didn't get to see. I just saw it on the wire, like on the alert, man. They had him 4th and 16 with 30 seconds. Come on, man. I'm tired of these people giving it to Mahomes. They keep giving this guy like so much hope all the time, man.
Hey, shout out. Now I know how they feel when Tom was in his prime.
Yeah, that was garbage. That was garbage. That call.
Yeah, I know how it feels, right? Exactly.
Yeah, you know how it feel, right?
So, dang, was 4th and 16, and y'all passed. Come on, man. Like,
but was it my man grabbed him?
I gotta see the highlight again. But the type
my
of
man's crying too. My man's on the sideline with a little bit.
No, they held. Yo, look. My thing is, how you gonna hold Kansas City the whole game, making stops, stopping them on key drives, but yet the drive that you guys should stop them 4th and 16. I can't. It's like I don't get it. I don't understand it, man.
And they're going for it on 4th and 16. So
they had to.
You should have been. You should have been well prepared for that play. 4th and 16, desperation. Come on, man.
Wow, it's amazing, man.
That's stupid, man. So let's move on, guys. I'm gonna jump on this game.
You can't call that, bro. You can't call that. That's ridiculous.
I didn't see it though. You seen the play though?
Yeah, man. You can't call that. You can't call that. You can't call that. But you know what it is, real quick? Cincinnati should have just played straight up. They were playing some prevent bullshit. So at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. You know, whatever.
Right. But you should have, they should have not.
They played some only rushing 3. Play your regular defense, fam. What are we doing, bro? Play your regular defense. They're rushing 3. Now you got 8, 9 guys back there. All he got to do is throw it up. It's like a Hail Mary play. And
you know what happened? They seen what that nigga did to Buffalo. Like, we ain't fucking with him.
No, that's true too. But you know what though? They don't have. Listen, right now, those guys are fast. The kid Rice is a beast. Worthy's gonna be good. But at the end of the day, they're still not the Kansas City they were. They're still winning, but they don't have Tyreek Hill on that team, and they have an old Travis Kelce. They were stopping him during the game, playing straight up.
I ain't gonna lie to you though. Travis starting to look his age too, bro.
He is.
Oh yeah, it's gonna catch up to them. Like that whole all that miracle.
You can't call that crook. You can't call that call. You can't call that. And I don't care.
I didn't see it.
Game. I don't care, but you can't call that, man. It's a Hail Mary. 4th and 16. You gotta throw the flag in, and you threw it. The dude threw it with conviction, like he had money on it. Like, yeah,
probably did though. Probably did.
So next game, let's move on. So the next game I got lost. I got the Raiders versus the Baltimore Ravens.
Hey, listen, my condolences goes out to all the survivor players. The Ravens. In the second week, my condolences go to you guys because I think last week was the first week was
Patriots, right?
No. The most popular pick last week. I think it was Cincinnati.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I meant the Patriots Bengals. That's what I meant.
Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah. My bad. I thought because you said
no. I should have just said the game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So last week was Cincinnati. This week is the Baltimore Ravens, man. My condolences goes out to you guys. There's over 2,000 picks on the Ravens. They were the most popular pick this week, so another chunk got eliminated. I don't know what to say. I got eliminated on a smaller scale. I played a contest on a smaller scale, and I got eliminated taking the Ravens at home against the bum-ass Raiders. I don't know how they pulled it off. But it's just a problem, man. And man, it's that's the biggest upset of the week. I don't know how the hell the Raiders pulled that off.
Early season Gardner Minshew.
And that was, I think, one of that's
they was on their ass through the whole game. They was on Baltimore's ass. Every time I started to score, they was on their ass. Baltimore could not get away from these dudes. They just couldn't.
We give a lot of these dudes Bosa, Chris Jones, and the other dude, Watt. Yo, that kid Max Crosby is a beast, dog. He be getting.
Oh yeah.
He's been a beast for a while, man. That guy, he goes and get it. He got the height.
I was watching the game. What it is for me is his motor. He just don't stop.
He don't stop.
He just don't stop. Yeah, he don't stop. So the game looked good, man. And look, your boy Minshew he was 30 for 28. I mean, 30 for 38, 276, 1 TD, 1 INT. Your boy Lamar had 21 for 34, 247, 1 TD, 1 INT.
How many rushes?
White, did they put his rushing? Hold on, let me go back here. Zay Flowers had a good, Devontae Adams both had good games. Hold on, let me go back and I'll tell you guys to see what Lamar did for rushing here. Hold on. Box score.
I don't know, man. The Ravens, I don't know what it is with those dudes, man.
Lamar had 45 yards rushing, average of 9 yards a carry. The longest was 25 yards. The longest was 25 yards for one of his rushes.
They made it a point for him not to run. So I was watching some of that game.
You're 0-2 right now, man. You guys it's serious issues right there. Serious issues.
Derrick Henry had 84 yards, 18 carries.
While Pittsburgh is 2-0.
The issue is, I looked at the receiving core. Their receiving core is kind of chips. I mean, Zay Flowers is a nice little possession receiver.
I know we talked about it. It's been chips for a while.
It's true. No, I ain't going front. I thought they did something. I'm not gonna hold you. I thought they did something.
We talked about that. They've been chips for a while. Yeah. But why? Because don't know receive. They're gonna have to draft a receiver because they're not gonna pay a receiver big money to come because Lamar don't throw it like that. So it's like I'm not gonna waste. They're not gonna pay a receiver big money to come there. Nor is a big time receiver want to come in because he know he ain't gonna get the rock like that.
Right.
So they're in a dilemma with that. I don't know what they're gonna do, but
they got some serious issues. I think they don't have an identity.
You don't think you want though. I fuck with Zay hard. Like I fuck.
Yeah, but he's not. Hard. He's a number. He's a possession.
He's a two. He's a two. He's a good two. He's a great two.
He's a great two.
Yeah,
but he needs a great one.
Exactly.
But I don't see they're gonna either have to make a trade for a guy that already has a contract or draft a one that's good. That's what they're gonna have to do.
That's true. So let's go over. I got another game for you guys. Arizona Rams. That looks like it was a knockout game. Kyler Murray looks like the truth. Marvin Harrison looks like the truth.
I'm like, who's doing it? It was Kyler Murray.
Yo, they look for real. Let me
see what a good receiver does for a quarterback.
Yeah.
Boom, boom, boom. So here we go. I thought I had a game cast on that. They ain't pulling up the game cast on it. So they usually pull it up so you can see some plays.
Again, Stoney. Cooper Kupp hurt again. Yo, that dude, I don't know what they're going to do with him.
Cooper Kupp hurt again?
Hurt again.
Yeah, there's two people I stay away from, Cooper Kupp and Christian McCaffrey. I always stay away from them dudes. I would never pick those dudes high. For like the last 3 or 4 years, them guys are just not reliable enough for me. Somewhere, somehow, they get knocked out, whether it's the beginning or the end or the middle. They just out. When they go out for too many games, and I can't afford that in my fantasy. They out for McCaffrey's gonna be out for 4 games. Kupp, forget about it. Kupp's gonna be out for a while.
The thing with Kupp and the thing with the Rams offense is the same thing as if you overran a running back. They overpassed. They killed Kupp. Kupp killed his career where they wanted to give him that record, throwing him 150 catches and doing all this and you running people in the ground for records and doing all this weirdo shit, and then you did it with Nakua. He got hurt because you're overcompensating. You're not balancing your offense out, and all these guys.
Nakua's hurt too.
Yeah, he got hurt.
You wanna that team. They don't find the balance. They never have. They've never found the balance with running backs.
Only time though when they had Todd Gurley.
That's what I'm saying. But ever since then, you have this new kid, Kyrie. What's his Williams? Kyrie, whatever his name is.
Kyron Williams.
You had him.
Kyron Williams.
Hey, though, Money had a good 1 year with him.
Yeah, but he don't. But they don't use him stats. They don't use. They want to throw the ball.
Cam Akers had 1 good year with him. Remember that?
Oh, true. But what I'm saying is they don't use these guys. Look at 12 carries. What is that? I know they were down today, granted, but they overworked those receivers, bro. They targets today. I don't know how many targets they had. Cooper Kupp had 6. He usually gets like 10, 12 targets a game. Like spread the ball around. That's why he's always hurt. Same with McCaffrey. They want to run him out the backfield. They want to run him across. He wants to get his 40 touchdowns, and he's always hurt. Run the tape. I will never pick that dude in no fantasy. I'll never pick him for no prop bets. I'll never trust that dude. And he'll never win a championship because he wants to get his numbers. Everybody want to run and get their numbers. It's the same as basketball. They do it in football too. And then they end up getting hurt.
Kyler Murray had a good game, man.
He sure did.
17 for 21.
He had
17
good receivers and shit. It's not that, you know what it is? It's not that I don't respect Kyler Murray. For me, it's like when things ain't going his way, he just seems that most quarterbacks do, to be fair to him. And I think he's a little small, so he usually gets hurt. But when he got the receivers and when he's on his game, man, there's not too many people that could fuck with that dude. I'll give it to him. I just don't trust him either because of size, you know.
Yeah, that's all I always said.
He's running around. He's always getting hurt.
He's running around. Yeah, that's what I said about his trusting him.
Crook said about Marvin Harrison Jr. You seen it today, man. That dude and Malik Neighbors too, man. Shout out to these young dudes, man.
They got busy.
These dudes, man. These new dudes coming in the game, man. Talented, man. Hands, speed, strength.
Right.
Very talented individuals, man. Shout out to that dude. Shout out to him living up to what he was. And I was actually going to pick him today, man, but I got too much going on.
So I'm going to pick one more game before we move on to the show. We're going to kind of move on to the best bets, our best, what you guys did on y'all best bets of the week and your parlay picks, Doe and Crook. But before we move on, I'll talk about T's favorite team and ask him what happened. What happened, T, to the 49ers today?
Oh, they fucking lost. I was surprised they lost.
yeah. Man, Minnesota. Man. Not your favorite team.
That shit in like niggas.
Your favorite West Coast. Your favorite West Coast team.
He was vigilant. He was vigilant though on 13. He was mad.
I ain't vigilant.
He was.
Because Stoney pick against him every time, like he did. He did that with Mahomes too. Stoney picks against San Fran every time. Now, last year, Stoney was on the pick against Kansas City train last year. Every time. Every time. Am I right? Now this year is San Fran. So I just did that shit to fuck with Stoney. San Fran was Minnesota.
You gotta live and learn, but I gave him a little respect.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Stoney. I shot at
you. No, but I picked them. I picked it to be a close game. I didn't.
Stoney, you called it right.
Yo, hold on. So somebody just threw a little wrinkle in the show real quick. I don't know how long ago she said this because I haven't been paid attention.
Press that. I wouldn't even.
She put that shit.
I wouldn't even say the first word of that. I
gotta get some new questions.
All I gotta say about that person. This is a sports show right now.
A sports show. Don't do that. Whatever you doing, don't do it.
We ain't got nothing for that.
I can tell you low key though. He's kind of thick.
Charlamagne and them come on every morning. It's send that to him.
Charlamagne them come on every morning.
Right. We're not even gonna acknowledge that.
No, I understand that. I know they think it's entertainment and we might indulge in it.
But that question is her and a man in the
Thanks, Angel Hall, for chiming in, but this is a sports show. Come up some other questions about maybe Angel Reese and what you call it.
Shout out to Sam Donald, man. I mean, Sam played well today. Maybe he might be another Baker Mayfield, though. He might have found his team.
He found, yeah, right. He found
You think so? You think so? You think he found his team in Minnesota?
Yo, he played.
Let me see those numbers. Let me go back and see those numbers to see what you're talking about.
Numbers too much. I don't get into the numbers, man. It's just
nah, but I like to see if you guys signed to say Sam Donald probably woke up and smelled the coffee. Let me see what the numbers look like. He was 17 for 26, 268, 2 TDs and an INT. But like you said,
that one INT
he got it wasn't his fault. Okay, so yeah, you're right. He got JJ, and JJ put up 4 receptions for 133 and a TD.
Yo, I'm telling you, for me.
So that means he was burning people literally like flashing.
Everybody on that Tyreek, for me, pound for pound, he's the best receiver in the league. That's my opinion. That's just my opinion.
You might be right about that. You might be right about that.
He's balling.
Yeah, balling. Your boy Debo had 110, 8 receptions for 110.
That's not gonna hold up though. Not gonna hold up. He's another dude that'll fade somewhere. These guys don't stay around the whole season.
So Cook, you picked this in one of the key matchups. You picked Minnesota
to cover.
No, but you know,
I don't want people thinking I didn't pick him to win.
I picked him to win. Right. Give me my fucking
I think I picked him to win.
Money line. Give me my fucking props.
Did you go to the window with that? Because
I went to the window.
All right.
To the window with that. Cash out.
And what made y'all think that? Y'all just think the team was just going to outshine them?
No, but my thing was, I was going to piggyback off of what I did before I turned into fucking Max Headroom last week. I was going to piggyback off of what Crook was saying. That was my point I was making. I actually came back, thought about it, and felt as though San Francisco's been in a lot of dogfights these last few years. And I understand it's more the basketball analogy as far as keep going far in the playoffs like LeBron. Every year he's playing 100 and something games. Football-wise, I just feel it, and you can see how they've been getting hurt, and that's it. And I felt like with IU, I just feel like when one of your star players holds out too, the team just felt uneven to me. I felt it was a good spot for Minnesota, and I feel like Donald. I wasn't really banking all about just Donald, but that kid that coaches Minnesota is a great play caller, man. He's a great play caller.
He's a good coach, man. He is.
He's a good coach, and I just felt like them going to Minnesota was a great part for gambling wise. I was confident in that, and I picked them all right. Now, granted, I picked Miami to beat Buffalo, so I didn't pick 4 games this week.
I did too.
I was 1-1, so be fair. So I ain't gonna take a victory lap. But the thing is, I said like I said though, when I pick a team like that, an underdog, I actually have reasons to do it, and I felt good enough to go to the window and I made a good chunk of change, and I'll probably lose it tonight betting on this fucking Bears Houston game. Custody, that's how it goes.
I mean,
that's how it goes.
I'll give you a pick already, but
no, don't get
To piggyback off what you're saying is my whole premise with my pick. I based it solely on the spread. It was too high.
It was too high.
You're talking about a team that's on the West Coast traveling all the way to the Midwest, right? Missing a key player, and then you got a team that's riding off a victory. You got a team that's riding high with the momentum, the defense, the new culture. I just felt like the points was too much. You know, I felt like this game was a lot closer than that. And that was my whole thing. The traveling, the team coming off the win. I felt like it was going to be a much closer game than that. And I was expecting a field goal somewhere. Somebody kicking a field goal to win, and somebody coming up short with a field goal. But I felt like 5 points was just a little too much, and that's why I made that bet.
And it actually saved my weekend too, because I was getting. That's a whole nother talk. I was getting shitted on with the soccer, man. but yeah, that's But we win some, you lose some. You know what I mean?
You win some, you lose some.
The 3.5, that was another bet. I felt like it was gonna be tight.
You did pick the Patriots at 3.5. You did. I remember that.
To cover. You know, I didn't pick them to win, but to cover, because I definitely knew it was gonna be the same thing. You know, you got a team coming from the far northwest, coming east. you know, to play a team that's coming off a win. Same thing. It was the same premise, and I felt like the Patriots was better. The 3.5 was huge. If it would have been 3, I might have.
I know.
I would have
seen
stayed away from it.
I didn't bet on that.
Point, I felt like this game was going to come down to a field goal, and what do you know? Came down to a field goal.
Right. So, yeah, man. Sorry about that. I was just checking something out, see what else we got going on. So, with that being said, my fault, man. I got kind of like I'm trying to always research shit at the same time. So, yeah. With that being said, let's move on to y'all best bets. How did you guys do since we're already talking about, since we're talking about spreads and picks and bets and how you guys been doing and how y'all gauge, how y'all make these, actual important picks and stuff like that because you're spending your money, right? So last week you guys threw down some of your best bets on some of these games during this week's slate. I'm going to start with you, Crook. Can you go over some of your best bets and how did you pan out this week?
Well,
for the masses watching there.
Yeah, week two so far we're 2-0. Week 2, Patriots plus 3.5. Minnesota, the Vikings plus 5. So far 2-0. 2-0. There was other games there that I liked that I didn't put out there, but for the games that I put out there, yeah, so far I'm 2-0. I got 2 more picks. I got 2 more picks for tonight and the Monday night to cap everything off. So far 2-0, and we'll see after the two other games I'm gonna pick.
Sounds good. So Doe, you're 2-0 on your picks. So Doe, how did you do on your parlay bets? I know you made some parlay bets.
No, I did the picks.
You did the picks?
Yeah.
Okay.
I lost them. I picked. I was positive Miami was going to win that game, and they got. And luckily, I won my second. The Minnesota, the money line was so much in my favor. I basically covered everything I lost this weekend and gained some. Crook knows how that is. That's a good family. But yeah, the Buffalo Miami game, unfortunately, Tua got hurt. It is what it is. He didn't look great, and I don't want to get into. I know we're gonna get in at the end of the game, but I gave a lot. I feel bad because a lot of people at my job come to me for advice. I don't try to talk to everybody. Everybody tries to get picks from me, but I sent a lot of people to the window with Miami, and I came in the next morning like, damn, I feel bad. Oh. But I gave a lot of people Minnesota, so if they pick Minnesota, they can't be mad at me tomorrow when I go back to work. So I it is what it is.
I had Miami winning that too, though.
Man, I got killed with that one, bro. I had everybody. I sent a lot of people to the window with that, but
I mean, I had Buffalo, but it wasn't a best bet. You know what I'm saying? That's why I didn't.
I think I had picked Buffalo because it was part of my marquee matchup games, and I think I had Buffalo winning that. As far as straight up, they took care of business, but we're gonna walk right into it before we wrap up what we got going on tonight. Before we wrap up what we going on tonight, we're gonna talk about tonight's game, Bears versus the Texans, which is another marquee matchup game that we had on our slate. And then we have tomorrow. We have who's running tomorrow?
Atlanta and Philly.
Atlanta and Philly.
Battle of the Birds.
Battle of the Birds.
I got something for that.
Who feel like they're the better dirty bird out there as far as like them two. But since we're talking about Bills and we all, me and you picked the Bills, Stone, Crook, and Miami was Stacks and Doe's pick, and Tua had an injury, something that we've seen before. The hit did look like, I don't know if he led the wrong way. I can't say if he should have slid in that moment. If he should have slid in that moment. And I think knowing that I'm just going to interject. Yeah, I'm just going to interject and say, knowing that if that was the situation with, I suffer concussions or could be susceptible to a concussion, I would take the slide. Because if they tear your head off, usually that person will be ejected or something like that, right? So take the slide, going head first the way he did, he knew he was going to engage that hit. He knew he was taking a hit. And it just so happened, the way the hit happened, the dude tried to lean in with the shoulder, but he ended up cracking him in the head. And, with the neck and the head area, he sustained another concussion. And it looked just as bad, but it looked just as bad as it did last year. What do you guys think? I think I hate to say it, and I'm not him. He got money to make and stuff like that, but cough it up, bro. You got to think about it at least. Take it serious, right?
He already came out today. He came out today and said he ain't retiring.
No, I don't think he's going to retire. He's going to get the clearance. He's going to come back. But look, the concussion that he suffered last year, and I'm not going to say any concussion is worse than the other, is less, but that type of concussion he had last year when the guy slammed him and he hit his head straight on that was such an ugly play to watch. It was very disturbing to watch, and then the way his fingers and his hands was like.
But he was almost in that motion this time.
He wasn't in that motion.
He throwing up.
If you watched it, he was in that motion this time.
No doubt, because I felt like the concussion he had last year was so severe that any little type of hit or impact he would have had this year, that would have happened. Had that concussion would have been different, less of an impact, this concussion probably wouldn't have been as severe as.
He's had him 4 years in a row.
I know, but
I thought last year he didn't have any. I thought it was a year before.
No, Stacks.
It was the year before, though. You're right.
The year before.
It was the year before. It was the year before.
What was it? It was against Cincinnati. The one where the guy slammed him and he hit his head.
It was a year. It wasn't last year. Last year, because they said it. He didn't have any last year. He protected himself last year. The year before. But you're right. No, it was the year before that.
When the guy slammed him.
Okay.
Right.
It was so severe. My whole thing is that he has to go into these games, and I see it a lot in these other games. I see a lot in these other quarterbacks. They slide in early. They don't want no smoke. They slide in early. Fuck the yards. Fuck. I don't care if it was inches. I don't care if it's fucking 4th and inches. Slide early. You got to slide early because the whole point is you're trying to avoid any contact. When you're running with the ball,
especially at top speed.
But when you're running, it's live. When you're running with the ball, you're a running back. So the defender has to tackle. They got to tackle you.
I know what was going through. I know what was going through his mind. I mean, we've all played sports, and he was playing like shit that game. So you played part one, and beings we played. When you're going for the first down and you're that close, your coaches always tell you get that first down.
Get them yards.
And that's instilled into you as a little kid when you grew up playing football. And right there, he's playing like shit. And he thought in his head, maybe if I get this first down, I can get a touchdown. Maybe we can make a run. That's what he was thinking. Was it the right one? No. But I'm telling you, in his mind, that's what he was thinking. I'm telling you, somebody in his kid's family, I mean, he's made money. He's made money.
Oh, no, they already said what he's going to make if they decide that he has to retire. He's going to have over 100 mil.
There you go. I mean, that's enough to change your life. And your family.
He can retire.
That's enough. I don't want to see the kid like Aaron Hernandez going crazy. But I'm just telling you right now, man, he's got to stop. I mean,
end up with some kind of like medical debilitating situation.
The scary thing is he probably already got him. He probably already got him. Because when your shit go like that,
there's a name for that. I forget the name for it, but there is a name for that, and
that's no good. That's no good.
I agree with Stacks.
Go ahead. Yep.
Everybody said I agree on. This is what I think too. The Stacks with that run. I think he was playing so bad.
Yep.
That game, he had to prove. It was like an angry run. It was like like you said, like I gotta just get this first. I'm gonna play my ass off to the end. But the elephant in the room is the crook hit was the knockout blow, but don't forget the hit 2 games before that, or the game leading up to that. So they said it was his back. So the team doctor, I believe, got fired. You're in Florida. I know you ain't in Miami, but there's a board, the Florida board of head injury, head trauma.
On the low, they've been going through doctors left and right.
Right. So they should have never brought him back. I'm not blaming that on the coach. I don't know. They brought 2 years, because last year they were commended it because he protected himself. But like Stoney said, that hit a couple of years ago, and he had 2 hits in 1 year. So his brain, the way, I'm not a doctor. I just did a little research.
Right.
When he did this shit, I'm not even gonna clown him. When he did this
with the hand,
that's his brain.
I never seen that. I see people with the arms to the side.
Arm, but his fingers like this.
But I never see somebody's hands get stuck like that. That was
That's his brain remembering 2 years ago, the trauma from 2 years ago. So this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. If he gets hit anyway, and that hit wasn't even that tough of a hit. He led with his head. It wasn't crazy, but that's how weak. I'm not gonna say weak. He is not weak. That's how vulnerable. That's the word.
They cannot clear him. And let me tell you something. It's gonna come down to these doctors, to these concussion specialists. It's gonna come down to them. It's gonna come down to his family. Look, I get it. Look, I get it. But he cannot come back. He just cannot come back. It's just too risky.
Not this year. I wouldn't come back this year.
It's just too risky.
Would you?
No way.
Stacks, would you play?
It's just.
Let me say. Would y'all think about it? I'm asking. Would you play after? Okay, let's say they said you're gonna sit down for 4 weeks.
You just can't.
Would you play?
It's tough, Beans, when you so much of a competitor like that kid is like you see them players hold on and play for 10 years when they should have played 6. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough. Listen, I've talked to pros and they say how hard it is to walk away when you know you're done. You know what I'm saying? And they're
willing to die.
Yeah, and they're willing to die. Like the old phrase, "Carry me out on my shield." You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be surprised if he played, because this how he is. Like, yo, this is what I do. If I die doing what I love, I'm happy. That's what he's gonna say.
And I actually respect him for the fact that he got money, he still wants to play, but to your own detriment. You got family, you got kids.
I wouldn't be surprised if he played again.
There was a lot of players.
Today, he said he's gonna not retire. There was a lot of
players. There was a lot of players in the past who took that crack to the neck and that concussion on a hard factor, and they quit.
Yeah.
Remember that linebacker we had?
The kid from San Francisco left bowling.
He was supposed. Remember we had that. Remember that linebacker we had? He was supposed to be great. He was supposed to be a good one coming. They drafted him with some shit. He played one good season. Took that concussion same season.
Was that the Nebraska dude? I think he was.
I think he was a Nebraska kid, and then after that, you might be on. I think you remember him though, and then that was it. That was it.
Yeah, he called it a career.
He called it a career. His doctors told him, "Nah, so you can't." They saw something.
The linebacker who was a beast a couple of years ago retired at 25 or something. I think a few guys did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, a lot of them.
He was a beast. He was a tackling machine.
They making those life decisions, man. They learned from the past, from guys that are just doing hard. There's a lot of guys doing bad now that we don't know. That's really suffering.
Facts.
It's easier though to walk away when you got your shit on the side that's making paper.
True.
Like I walked away from San Fran. I think
he had
crazy shit on the side. Like he had
like a good
he was like a doctor or some shit.
Yeah, he had it set up.
Shout out, a lot of them dudes like Robert Smith. Robert Smith was a doctor.
Robert Smith.
But he walked away early. Like a lot of them dudes, when they do walk away, they other shit.
They have other stuff.
Like, yo, I'm making money like this. I ain't got to do this shit no more.
But even if you don't have other stuff and you just got that, try to invest the money you do have, because like we saying, man, like this is that. I don't like seeing anybody on the ground like that.
Yeah, that's the only thing. That's the only thing. It was a little disturbing because when I seen it happen, And I was like, oh
I don't
shit.
care if he's in my division.
Not
I don't care if
again,
he,
you know what I mean? And the way they ran out on the field, they knew the way they ran out on that field, the coaches, everybody, they knew. They knew right away what it was. Cause you saw it on. It's so funny how TV kind of like made sure that you didn't see the way they blanked it. If y'all remember when it happened, when he went into the mode, they switched the zone. Next thing you saw, they were showing the sideline of everybody running.
Yeah, because it's sensitive to viewers. They got to do that.
It's sensitive. They got I understand. That's what I'm saying.
A lot of parents got their kids playing football.
Yeah, they can't show that like that.
That's what I'm saying. So I think, truthfully, he should be really considering. You know, like you said, he's gonna make $100 million, right?
I would leave.
I would walk away. I don't want to take that chance again. You don't want to take that. And I know what Stacks is saying. See, these kids been playing since. Go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I was gonna say he
took a beating in Alabama too, though. He was always hurt.
He had issues there too he had a concussion situation there also too. So it just hasn't been in the pro.
He has to negotiate with the Dolphins franchise in terms of the money he's going to walk away with. Because if they clear him to come back, and he chooses to retire, he's going to have to negotiate. But if they don't clear him to come back, if they say he can't play football again, he's going to get over $100 million.
Wow.
Definitely. So there's a difference there. But no matter what, he's going to walk away with a good amount. He's going to walk away with a good amount of money no matter what.
Yeah,
take care of him. You don't understand.
All the football players got insurance on their body.
Oh yeah, they do.
I think
Chase has $50 million on him.
He has to walk away. He has to walk away. He has to walk away.
So let's finish up tonight's show. We're going to talk about tonight's marquee matchup game, Texas Bears. The game is yet to start. We got about another 20 minutes or so, or 15 minutes before the game start. What do you guys think? Who you guys got? I think we already did this on Thursday, but I know I'm taking it.
No, I think I'm taking.
No, you. Oh, we didn't do that yet on Thursday. We didn't talk about that. Right, we didn't do this game. You're totally right. We didn't do this game. So tonight's game is, the Bears Texans. Tomorrow we got Eagles, Falcons. So just to pick the straight up win on this marquee Sunday night game, I'll be taking the Texans because obviously, I like C.J. Stroud. He's on my fantasy. He's going tonight. And and Joe Mixon, I always respected him as a good running back. He had a good game in game one. So in week one. So what you guys think, man? Stack, Stoney, and Crook. And Doe. What do you guys think about this game coming up?
Yeah, I'll start. First of all, I'm taking the Texans -6 tonight. -6 favorite. I think that Chicago got issues over there on offense. I think the rookie's still trying to figure things out. He's in a bad spot right now. He's going on the road against a team that's riding high. They clicking on offense. They scoring. They playing great defense. They doing their thing. They riding on a high momentum. So I took Houston tonight -6. I'm taking Houston. And for tonight, because I know I got Monday night's pick too, but I know what you're talking about this game. But yeah, I got Houston -6 tonight.
And who you got tonight, Stacks, real quick?
I'm gonna go Houston. I'm gonna go Houston as well. I'm gonna take Houston. Like same. I'm just piggyback right off what Stoney said.
Okay, cool. And Doe, who you got tonight?
I'm actually doing the props, so I'm taking the over. I'm taking Stroud for 250 plus.
Okay.
I think Caleb Williams will bounce back and get more than he can do better than 91. I'm doing him for 200 plus. And I'm taking the over Texans total at 21.5, and you could get that at plus 425. So depending on what you bet, well, you got to do the calculation depending on what you bet.
Right. So that's what's that for? That's a 4-leg?
Yes.
4-leg. Okay, sounds good. So
if you're on DraftKings, I'm sorry, real quick. If
No,
you're
go
on
ahead. Go ahead.
DraftKings and you're doing a full leg, there's a nice profit boost, but it has to be under minus. For the gamblers out there, it has to be all minus, under 225 or something like that. But they give you an extra. If you bet 100, you could make an extra 50 on $100 on a regular. You know what I mean? On a regular bet. So it's a little boost. Free money if you're picking it. They do these boosts all the time. They limit your minimum what you bet, but it's still a good deal. So I'm doing prop bets for that tonight.
Thanks for that. So then Monday night, we're not going to be here Monday night. We'll be back on the tube on Thursday night. What do you guys think about this Monday night game? Philly against Atlanta. Atlanta's on an upcome. They got some things to work out over there in Atlanta to try to break this mode. And Philly's looking like they're going backwards. I don't know. I'm not seeing that championship mode out of Philadelphia that was there a couple years ago. I don't know if Hurts, they caught up to him. What do you guys think? What do you think, Stone?
Don't forget AJ Brown's out. Mention that first. I don't know if you guys know he's out. Okay.
Yep, AJ Brown's out. The numbers shows it because it opened at 6.5. Right? Now it's down to 5.5. But I was able to get it at 6.5.
That's good.
Atlanta minus 6.5, plus 6.5 because Atlanta's the underdog. So I took Atlanta plus 6.5 early in the week, before the AJ Brown injury update. But even if he was playing, I still would have taken the plus 6.5 comfortably. Philly, they having issues in the secondary, man. They're giving up a lot of yards. They're giving a lot of big plays. I think Kirk Cousins, he's ready. He's primed to have one of those type of games. And I think on the road, that type of game is going to come on the road. Bijan Robinson, he's going to get loose. Drake London and them boys, Pitts, I think they're going to keep this game tight. They're going to be on their ass. And I think they got the offense to do it.
They got a nice offense, though. I ain't going to lie.
Plus 6.5. 6.5 is too many points to be giving this Atlanta team. And I think they're going to keep it close. They're going to keep it tight. So I'm picking them to cover the 6.5. So they will not lose by more than a touchdown.
What do you got, Stacks, on that? Who you got in game? I know you probably ain't got you're not running no spreads on it.
I'm gonna roll with Philly. I'm gonna just roll with Philly. I think your boy Kirk Cousins feel betrayed. He looked like dog shit last week, and I just think Philly got enough weapons on offense with Saquon and the kid they got from Dotson from Washington and Devontae to cover up AJ Brown not being there. So and then all they got to do is run the ball a little bit more with Saquon, which shit, they took the ball out of Jalen's hands and gave it to him last week, and look what happened. I mean, Saquon went crazy. But I just think Philly got too much for Atlanta, man. They just got too much for him. I'm looking for Jalen Hurts to have a bounce back game. He had an all right game last week. I'm looking for him to have a bounce back game. I like this Philly team, man. I think they're trying to find themselves with this new coordinator, a whole new defensive staff, a whole new staff anyway. Just everybody's new, except for the coach. But I just think Philly. I think Philly gonna beat them. I think Philly will get them by like 3, maybe 3. I wouldn't be surprised they got them by 6. I wouldn't be surprised.
What do you got, though?
Listen, Stacks. So if it was 6.5, I gamble, so I'm gonna go by the spread. I'm sorry. If it was 6.5, I would have stayed away. But now that it's 5.5, Stacks said it beautifully. Dawson's at 4. He's really at 3.
Yeah.
But now he's there at 3, and he's a 4. He'll step right in. I just think if Falcons ain't the same team on the road, even with no matter who's on that team. If they were at home, it's a different story. Philly at home with Barkley running the ball, their home opener.
Yeah, you hit it right, though.
I gotta take the 5.5. I gotta take them to win and cover that 5.5. If it was 6.5, I wouldn't do it. I'm with Crook. So if you got it at 6.5,
yes, I got it early.
Beautiful. But 5.5, I just like Stack said, they got weapons. And Dawson's a good player, man. He
is a good player.
He can get in there. He step in there. Javonte will turn into the 1. Dawson will be there. Gardner's still playing. I know he was. I know he's. I hope he. I think he's not hurt. So Gardner will become more of a focal point. My only thing with Philly is if Atlanta wakes up with their offense, man, and the Phillies defense still ain't. I don't know, man. It's real shaky. It's real shaky, fam. But 5.5, I cannot not take that. I can't. It's just like on the platter for me.
I feel you. That's a good. I like your opinion. Strong opinion to hold on that 5.5 to take Philly.
But if it was 6.5, I would be like
-5. Okay, so that's good. That's a good one. I feel as though that I think Philly needs to redeem themselves. So I'm taking Philly to win this game because Atlanta. You hit it right on the nose, though. I don't see Atlanta. I've never seen Atlanta be that killer team on the road.
They're just not.
As long as I've been watching Atlanta, not watching them per se, like if I follow Atlanta Falcons, I'm just saying, even if they had got a marquee matchup game, they got a primetime game at any time, or you never seen Atlanta go on the road and really take care of business type thing. Now, if we eat our words tonight, we eat our words. That means Philly would have to come out playing like dog shit, like T would say, right? So, no, for real, facts. So, I would go with the, if I had to be a betting man, I would ride with Doe on this one. I would take Philly minus the 5.5, to tell you the truth, because I just don't see Atlanta really balling out like that, unless, like you said, unless they come to life on some magical whim, they come to life and Kirk Cousins go off. But I don't see it. So that's
real quick. Stacks made a good point. And Crook, I want to know real quick. I know we got to get off, but I wonder if Cousins is looking over his shoulder, because I never was a big Cousins fan, but I never seen him play under pressure. I don't remember anybody really being behind him since he was in. You gotta remember, he was the hunter, not the hunted.
Yeah,
because when he was in Washington, RG3 was a starter, not him. So he got that boy behind him. I'm just wondering. That's all. But I know we could talk about that.
I don't think he's looking over his shoulders. The whole question is, can he move? That's what everybody can he move? He just came off of ACL.
True.
Can he move? So that's what the main thing with him is. If he can move in the pocket, if he could scramble, if he could get out, throw on a run. We didn't see that in game 1. We seen him kind of hesitant.
I see
kind of crazy with that. But
I'll tell you right now, if I'm playing a
That's
position,
got something to say.
I'm playing a position. If somebody brings somebody in your job and paid him, and listen, if you're on a football team, you're on a basketball team, and they bring somebody in at that same position with a top 5 pick, he's looking over his shoulder, dog. I'll tell you that right now. There's no way he's not going like this every now and again. There's no right. And on top of that, the kid plays in the preseason, and they said we've seen enough after one game. He's not playing no more. I'm telling you, dog. Watch. They might hit him with the Russell Wilson, though. Don't be surprised.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. I don't think. Look, me personally, I don't think the kid's gonna see any run this season in terms of.
Okay, you say that real quick. If you say that though, Cook, if you're saying that, right? What if he starts that? Cook, if you're saying that,
aren't any injuries, but he's gonna get it together.
No, not talking about injuries. What about losses?
I don't think.
What about losses?
He's not going to lose that much to merit that decision. He won't lose that much.
I tell you what. That conference looking better than I thought with the Saints and the Bucks. I'm telling you that now right now. So it's somebody else coming in there. It's somebody else coming in there because
I don't
listen, dog.
He's going to lose that spot from losses. He's not going to lose like that. He won't lose like that.
Let me tell you something. That's the first year head coach. He fighting for his job right now. Not only fighting for a job, Though that's his second time in Atlanta, I believe.
Yeah.
So, dog, if that kid, and I guarantee you $1 to a fucking donut that Raheem Morris, that kid, dog. I bet you Raheem Morris wanted that kid. He wanted him, and GM wanted Kirk Cousins. I'm telling you right now, it's a rift going on in that organization somewhere. And I'm telling you,
Raheem Morris did want that kid.
He wanted Beans. If
He
they
did.
wasn't planning on just not playing that kid, he would have played all preseason. Though, am I right? He didn't play. He didn't play.
Well, he's a backup. They need a backup, right?
Oh, backups playing the preseason, Stoney.
Preseason, yep. They showing up too. That's why Drake May played. That's why Drake May played.
Well, let's just say Monday night, Kirk Cousins is gonna calm a lot of people down. Let's just say that.
Let's see.
Yeah, I hope so.
I hope so.
On Thursday.
Good. So with that being said, it was a great show. I enjoyed the day. I enjoyed the camaraderie. We all had our views on what we seen out of this week's week 2 of the NFL as the games that went past us. We got a game tonight. I like the Texans. I was impressed by the Texans last year. Doe had his eye on the Texans. Doe was the one who was telling, them Texans, and they are a very impressive team. Stack said the same thing. Coaching, all of that. That team is put together. So I want to see what they look like today.
Drafted well. Best
drafted well.
Team in the past 4
Trust
years.
me, they look good. And
yo.
Chicago drafted well this year. So that's why I think this is going to be a good game.
Your boy played well today, too. He played better than he did. Deshaun Watson.
Who then?
He played better than he did last week.
Yes.
So let's go over that real quick.
It's still shaky, though.
Still a little shaky. He's still a little shaky, but he had a good game.
He definitely looked better than he did.
Real quick, I know I don't want to.
And do you think that was the real quick? Was that the pressure? Was that the pressure?
But no, who
was that the pressure?
Your boy Beans, our old boy Lawrence. He looks like.
We
gotta talk about that.
Talk to him.
Yeah.
Bro, what is going on with that, bro? Like, for real, bro.
Funny you say that because I wrote a little note to bring that up on the show.
Bro, this dude looks like,
y'all could we got 2 minutes. Y'all could kick it, but go ahead.
Bro, listen, I don't know if he got his money, because we do that with black quarterbacks, man. We really do that with white quarterbacks too. When you get your money, do you care anymore? Like, what are we doing over here? Like, I don't know.
Or is the team trash? Or is the team trash? Which one is it?
No. To his defense, Doug Peterson, I don't know what he's calling. When he was an offensive coordinator, just a coordinator, he could run a hell of an offense. When he's not get that, I don't know what he's calling. Like, what
it already talks about Belichick knocking on that door in Jacksonville.
What is he calling, bro? He had the game plan for Philly versus New England.
And you know when Trevor was coming out of school, Bill was had the little honeymoon with Trevor Lawrence.
I can't believe Trevor. I'm shocked by
bro.
that.
They got a good line. Yeah. They got good weapons. It's just the play calling is crazy, and Trevor Lawrence looks like in real Justin Herbert too. I don't care if they won again. He looks crazy out there too. They don't look like top
sharp.
Notch.
They don't look sharp.
Baker Mayfield's better than Trevor Lawrence and Justin Herbert. Who want to debate that? And Derek Carr's better than him too, right now.
Yeah, that's funny.
And that's real talk.
That's real talk right now.
Yeah, I knew Harbaugh was going to slow Herbert down, though. I knew he was going to slow him down. But Harbaugh likes to pound that rock.
I get it, but
he likes it. He's slow, and I think Herbert's still hurt. I really still hurt.
But I don't know, man. But that's another conversation for another day. But
that's another conversation for another day. We'll pick this up on Thursday night. Though I hope you could chime in Thursday night, because it's always love when you're on the show and you bring a lot of content and comment.
And I love being with my brothers. You know what I'm saying?
You help the camaraderie, but you help bring up some key points on things that we should be seeing and things that we probably
Dudley Square. I'm gonna call it Dudley Square. I ain't gonna call it Nubian Square. I did not grow up in Nubian Square. I grew up in Dudley. I don't care if Dudley was racist. I grew up in Dudley Square. Fucking Nubian Square. Fuck out of here.
Change the name of the joint?
Yeah, the Nubian Square. Because the dude,
it's Nubian Square.
We're gonna start changing names because people
Dudley was
Dudley
was a
racist. Fucking go. What we gonna do?
The dude Dudley, who they named down Dudley after. He was some kind of like he was a slave,
man. I'm from
a slave paddler, slave pusher, whatever.
Yeah,
he was.
So if we're gonna do that, that's a whole other show too. I don't want to get political, but
we'll talk about that. We'll talk. We got the whole year. I'll get to you.
That was Nubian Notion, right? Nubian Notion.
Yeah, Nubian Notion. Yeah, I'll talk to y'all about that.
They wanted to name him Mandela Square, but my mother's like, he ain't never been to fucking Dudley. How we gonna name him Mandela? She was like, what are we doing?
Yeah. Well, you know what? Mandela Square should have been what it's named because Mandela did go. He did visit Boston. I don't know if he. Yes, he did. When Mandela,
I heard he was at UG's and got a number 2. Is that true?
I don't know about the UG's part, but he did visit. Matter of fact, if I'm not mistaken, it was Madison Park or something like that. He went to one of them schools,
bro.
No, I know you do. No. I'm saying. They should have named it after Mandela instead of Nubian Square. I think it would have been better as Mandela Square.
Nubian Square.
What I mean? But with that being said, guys, it was a good show. Let's it was great.
Some Patriots gear, but I wasn't gonna. I had a surprise, but I wasn't wearing that shit today.
Not with the loss. That's what I'm saying. Not with the loss. I'll leave it up to Stacks and
win or lose. I'll wear it next Sunday.
Oh no, man! Sunday, I
know we ain't playing Sunday, so
Sunday is game day. You gotta throw the game. You
gotta throw the game day. Shit.
We trying to go global though. Stacks Crook. We gotta get that. We gotta get the underdog.
I suit up every time they play, so it means I gotta suit up on Thursday. Thursday night, I gotta suit up. Whenever the Pats play, I suit up.
Yeah, you're right.
I love you for that.
I feel you. I feel you that he's diehard. Don't forget.
Next Sunday, I don't got to suit up because they're not playing. So it's gonna be Thursday.
I feel you on that. So with that being said, I'll talk to you guys later. We'll kick it on Thursday. Peace.
God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, sun get through.